Evening, Trev.
Evening, Mr. Brown. You all right?
I am. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yes! Can you hear me?
Yes.
This is Clem Fandango. Can you hear me?
It never gets boring, does it?
No! Hello, Tupac Secure. Hello, my friend. Ah, yeah, it's Phobe. Hello, mate. How you doing? Yeah. How we doing, Trev? Everything well in world of Trev?
Yeah, it's not too bad at all. How's things for you?
The highlight of my day was taking my brother for his second jab.
All right. Okay.
And doing a little bit of foam rollering on my aches and pains.
It's supposed to be good for you if you've got like any muscle or joint pain.
Before lockdown, was it before Christ and was it
Anno
Anno?
Domini.
That's him.
Hmm.
We should have before lockdown, after lockdown.
It's
How
like
many?
Star Wars, isn't it? BBY and ABY. Battle
Yes.
before Yavin and battle after Yavin, isn't it? Or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I will just say to our friend Yahtzee, your gun. I forget what it's law. Is it the lawgiver? What's
Hmm.
the dread gun? What's the dread gun
Yeah.
called?
Lawgiver.
And your holster is looking very good, my friend.
And the bike's called the
Yes, looking very.
Lawmaster.
Yeah. I was going to say, Yahtzee, will you be getting a lawmaster for the full effect? He's into his dread, you see.
Hey, I can't fault him.
In fact, you were on the stream, weren't you, with him?
Hmm. When we did
That's
the
another.
Dread one.
Yeah, that's my brain gone again. Before lockdown, after lockdown.
That's one of my favourite scenes from Dread, you know. Um,
What the
the the
motorcycle
hostage
scene?
the hostage scene near the beginning, and the guy's he's like, I'm gonna blow Red off, I'm gonna blow Red off, and he goes, take it easy, hot shot, and the gun goes, hot shot, and he shoots him in the mouth.
Yeah,
That's just brilliant. Do
that's just brilliant.
you know something? I like the
That's
lawgiver.
£25.
Why did I say to be fair?
No, that's my. Well, you just did. Moving on.
Moving swiftly on. Yeah, I like the lawgiver from Dread better than the one from Judge Dredd, but they were both
Yeah,
equally good.
yeah,
It's just that the Judge Dredd one was a bit more Hollywood.
yeah. Yahtzee goes law moped.
Mm. I am the law.
Indeed, indeed. How's your day been, my friend? You
It's
been
been
up
very
to
good, actually, mate. Yeah, it's been a really good, positive day. I've really enjoyed it.
for what reasons? What's
I don't
been
know. It's
exciting you?
just nice little things have happened and occurred. That's all.
In a world where shite is happening,
Mm,
that's good. That's good.
yeah, I'm seeing silver linings in a lot of things now. When somebody goes, "Oh, doom and gloom," I try and nip it in the bud now.
Right, that's it. I think we'll end the stream on that high note. Because it's going to be fucking downhill from now, mate.
No swearing.
Sorry.
That's all you've got.
That's the only thing I've got. When you take that away, what have I got left?
I don't know. I
I've
must
got
have
nothing.
I must have rubbed off on you in a bad way. I do apologise.
I wish you'd have told me at the time you were rubbing yourself off.
Oh dear. It's like watching Bottom.
I've forgotten. I've not
That
seen Bottom TV programme or otherwise for a while.
yeah. I could take it or leave it.
What,
You
Bottom
know,
or the programme?
the program because the young ones were such a hard act to follow. I think.
Well, yeah, we did a stream about this back in the ether.
Mm.
Filthy Rich and Cat Flap and all that
Yeah, I
lot.
remember that.
Just didn't quite, it was okay, but
You've just made me think of one of my amazing, boring pub facts where I'm full of shit. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, go on. You've come to the right place. Go on.
Yeah, there was an episode of Filthy Rich and Catflap, and I think they went to the BBC or something, and there were two guards there dressed in Blake's 7 Federation uniforms. I thought that was quite funny, actually.
Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that, yes.
It was that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to make one of those for cosplay, a Federation trooper uniform. But the hats, the hats,
Yahtzee's the man.
You know the hats, what they made them from?
I've read this up somewhere, or Yahtzee told me, I can't remember.
They're made from a Welsh company's rock climbing hats. And they're really expensive.
Really?
I forgot the name of it. It's a guy's name, but I can't remember what it is.
Johnson? Dwayne Johnson?
I don't know. Quite possibly. It'll come to me eventually. It's all in there. It's just...
it just needs yanking out.
Yeah, like a bad tooth.
Tupac says in the chat, Geordie climbing. Or Geordie. Geode. You say tomato. I say tomato. So there you go.
I think people have made too much of a fuss about this geode thing on Star Wars.
I personally think it's the ultimate troll.
Really?
Yeah, I just think they've... Well, what they know it's so bad. What have they got to lose? So I just think they are trolling.
Yeah.
Trolling seems to be the way these days.
I know this sounds very pessimistic, but I think
from
Star Wars,
that's a surprise.
I think Star Wars now would be better off dead.
I think the peeps in the chat will probably agree when I say you cannot unsee it. What you've seen recently.
Yeah, well,
you just can't unsee it.
Let's hope they come out with those memory machines from Total Recall. I'd have a dip just to forget those films. I saw a good trailer for a film today. I don't know if it's out yet. I haven't had a chance to research it.
What film was that?
Senior Moments with William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd.
Oh yeah, I've seen. Yeah. I know what it is.
I thought that was really good.
It's supposed to be a comedy, isn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't. To say he's 90, I think it's done really well.
Yeah, he's all right. He's Bill Shatner. Look who's in. Oh, hold on. It just scrolled up just as I was pressing. Sorry, boys. Here we go.
Sklav. Hello, mate.
Hello, Sklavka. I like sex. Do you like sex? It's nice.
I'm going to impress Sklav now. I hope I get this right.
Here you go.
Laku noc, Sklav. There we go.
Sklav.
I got that right.
Are you impressed at Trev? It sounded good. Tupac says, please erase all images of Kathleen Kennedy's facial expressions.
Well, it's the old adage, isn't it, of ego. With Kathleen Kennedy.
I'm going to be controversial here. I don't think she looked all that bad.
Well, that's your opinion, and you're entitled to it, and I respect your opinion.
I like American women anyway. I just think they're...
Really? But Kathleen Kennedy has been involved with a lot of great film productions from the 80s onwards. She was down as a producer on Indiana Jones, so I can't knock her for that.
Yeah. What other films? Because if you watch any film from back in the VHS days, it was always Kathleen Kennedy on the credits somewhere kicking about, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was a more of a smaller pond back in the day.
It was. It was in many respects.
What else did I see a trailer for?
In many respects.
Memory, the history of Alien. That looks quite good.
I can't remember that one.
I don't know if it's actually out. That was the only
Memory.
reason. That was the only reason I clicked the image on YouTube because it had got the xenomorph, and I thought, "Hey, hang on a minute, is Alien Awakening got a trailer?"
It's horrible, the xenomorph, isn't it? The facehugger. Just bear with me. Tupac.
Okay.
I'll agree with this. You know that you saw the video where she goes fade in on the Oscar thing.
Hmm.
Oh, just so embarrassing.
Do you know? I'm really impressed.
I think they left
Tupac's
that in on purpose, but there you go.
yeah. Tupac's image for his avatar.
Oh, let me
It's
have a look.
Ampex 456. Well impressed.
Explain.
Reel-to-reel tape. I used to have Ampex
Yes,
456.
yes, because you're a
Quarter-inch tape, yeah.
yes.
It came in all sizes, but I mainly use quarter-inch on a Revox. Either a B77 or a PR99. Them were the
Oh
days.
God, he's started you off, hasn't he?
A little bit. Back in the days where you used to have to use razor blades and tape to edit
U-
audio.
UFO.
Which one?
Do you remember UFO?
Yeah,
had
the
all
Jerry
the big-
Anderson production.
You had all the big reel-to-reel computer tapes.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing, or was that computer tapes, or have I just answered my own
computer tapes
question?
are slightly different. They were thicker and designed to run at faster speeds.
Tupac Secure. Why am I saying secure? I can't speak tonight. Blah, blah, blah.
24 track, 48
Tupac
stereo.
Secure. That is 24 track, 48 stereo. I have an unheard 3 songs.
Is that quarter-inch then, or quarter and a half? I wonder, he'll tell me.
Well, good spot, Trev.
Yeah. I used to have loads and loads of reels of that stuff, and I can't even remember what I did with it, because once Minidisc came out, that was it. Boof, it's gone. I still have loads of Minidiscs. Yes, Minidisc. It was popular in radio.
Again, it was one of those kind of botched formats.
Better than DCC. Did you ever remember that?
What was DC?
Digital compact cassette.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a take on DAT. I used to quite like that.
Take on that. Take on that.
Did you ever hear of DAT?
Digital audio tape.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
like it was based on video.
Yes,
it was like a cassette.
You
Quarter,
know my
yeah.
mentor DJ friend.
Mm.
I always remember him buying a DAT machine because they were the things to buy, weren't they, back in the
Yeah,
day?
they were really good.
Very expensive, but you'd arrived if you owned one of those. And if memory serves me correctly, I think it was always broken. It was always playing up. But when it did work, anyway. Yes.
We're digressing. I'm sorry, I've put us on a tangent. I do apologise, guys.
I think Tupac's saving the stream. I think you're just you're doing what you're good at, aren't you, Trev?
Just talking Ramble.
That as well.
Anyway, you were just about to go on to UFO. You were talking about the big tape machines. I think UFO was very underrated as a series.
I watched it when I was a kid, but I don't think I was old enough to comprehend what was going on. And did it have a kind of a story arc, or was it all the episodes were just all over the place? I can't remember. It's one of the two.
I think it was a basic premise which ran throughout the series. But it was just, I don't know, it was the same thing everything, every other week. It was more or less, it was just the same format. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
I watched a LOMC. I watched a YouTube video from the Jerry Anderson outfit. Apparently, some of the actors that were regulars weren't in some of the later episodes because I think either filming overran or there was a break, and obviously the actors were away doing other stuff, and then they came back for a few episodes, something like that. So kind of a few of the regulars didn't show up in the latter production episodes.
Yeah.
But because they didn't play them sequentially, effectively they just kind of threw them all over the place. It said, do you remember was it the Peter Gordino character, the guy who the pilot of Skydiver? He was going to be a regular, but effectively he ended up in about 4 or 5 episodes because of this stupid scheduling, and I think there was some kind of stuff going on in the scenes where people didn't. Yeah, that was it with Peter Gordino. Somebody didn't like him. Something to do with Lou Grade. That was it. I'm getting my facts a little mixed up. He was going to be a regular, but because he was there from first episode, wasn't he, Peter Gordino?
I'll take your word for that, to be honest.
It is Peter Gordino, isn't it? The kind of big Italian-looking kind of hunk, kind of Engelbert Humperdinck-looking chap.
I like that. That's a very good description.
Without the moustache, yeah.
Mustache. What's
That
a
as well.
mustache?
How do you spell it? How do you say it?
Mustache.
Mustache. Tash. Fucking hell. Cannot say it. I cannot say it. Anyway,
I
Luke-
enjoyed that. I enjoyed that series as a whole. And we'll go on to this in a second if you don't mind. But I much preferred Space 1999.
agreed. Peter Gordino, going just to quickly say about that.
Captain Carlin.
Yeah, Lou Grade was the big honcho of ITC, wasn't he?
That's right.
One of his cousins or sons or whatever didn't like Peter Gordino.
All right.
So they just never asked him back. And he was going to be one of the main. He was going to be one of the main characters. So if you look at the series, he's not in all that many episodes.
I'm just thinking Gabrielle Drake now.
Yahtzee in the chats. Shadow Interceptor pilots were great. They were, especially when they went down that little slide. That'd have been fun. I went, whee!
Yeah.
Yeah, hanging out with purple wigged mini skirts, skirted hotties.
I think as well what happened.
Then straight down the bin chute.
Yeah. I wonder if Michael Billington's character kind of scuppered that Peter Gordino a little bit. You know, when he came in as Colonel Paul Foster.
Again, probably, but he was missing from a few of the episodes because of the break or whatever they had, where they had to shoot an extra 5 or 6 episodes, and he wasn't in them. It was kind of it looks like it was a little bit mismanaged. And I think it could have been a good TV series. Bearing in mind when was this? 1960?
70.
Was it 70?
Yeah. I'm sure it was.
I'm gonna swear. Fucking hell, I was 2.
Well, you must have a bloody good memory then. Crikey.
Yeah, when my mother put me on the potty, I took it all in, don't worry.
Moving swiftly on.
Space
I've got to admit,
1999, yes.
When it came to Jerry Anderson stuff, I did like my UFO, but I was Captain Scarlet and Space 1999.
And as we know, the Yanks didn't quite like UFO, did they?
No.
So it got cancelled, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Drew Henley was in an episode of UFO. Does that name ring a bell?
I'm not Quasimodo.
Yeah,
No, go
Drew
on.
Henley, Red Leader from Star Wars.
Top trivia with Trev.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, he died in 2016. He was English, actually.
Did he have a cameo in Rogue One?
He did indeed.
Like
I
a
don't know
very,
if it
very
was him, but it
clever,
was his character.
yeah, very, very clever kind of rotoscoped or unseen footage type cameo.
I think
think
it
there
must
were-
have been computer generated because it doesn't actually say. I've just gone into
No, I'm sure I read that it was
IMDb.
actually used unused footage and clever editing.
I want to say because he stopped. According to this, he stopped acting in 1978.
Yeah, but I think they actually used the actual unused footage from Star Wars.
Well, he was in UFO. After Star Wars, he was in Space 1999.
Yeah.
Joe Ehrlich in 2 episodes. And then he was in Destination Moonbase Alpha. That was the TV movie with those weirdy aliens when they invented a ship that could catch up with Moonbase Alpha. But they were those one-eyed monsters. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, it was the Bringer of Wonders.
Yeah, because wasn't Tony's brother a part of the crew?
They all knew each other, and the odds of that was just impossible, wasn't it? But yeah, everybody knew somebody on this one spaceship that arrived. Was it a Super Swift?
I think it was actually.
God, I love Space 1999.
I used to have a die-cast Eagle when I was a kid.
Oh, Robert Meyer Burnett, where are you when we need you? Talking Space 1999.
And I'm
and
sure the cockpit
Eagles.
was green for some reason.
Dinky.
Probably, actually. Dinky toy.
Well, no, there's no probably about it. It was. It was a dinky. The Eagle transporter was in green. And I think there was an edition where they did I'm sure they did Eagle Freighter, which was white. So if you bought the freighter with the white paintwork, you could swap it with the pod from the green transporter and effectively have as accurate as you could get at the time Eagle transporter.
Yeah. I liked in the show how every Eagle was a modular device and they built them up for each mission.
Brian Johnson, genius.
And Martin Bauer again. He
Yeah,
was involved with that.
I had the green Eagle transporter, and I had the blue Eagle freighter, and I don't know why. The Eagle freighter is my favourite Eagle. I fuck knows why. I just think it's just the essence of what the Eagle transporter is.
Yeah. Well, if you like something, you like it, don't you?
Maybe I just like the nuclear canisters. I don't know.
Hey,
Yachts-
Yahtzee says
Yeah.
he used to have the Medican transporter dinky Eagles.
Yeah. Yahtzee, I'll just ask you, my friend, which is your favourite Eagle transporter? Because obviously you've got the freighter, you've got the transporter, you've got the medical, then you've got the lab, and I think that's it, isn't it? Silence.
Sorry, I just had to mute myself a little bit there.
Silence. Did you hear what I said?
I did. I was listening.
All right, okay. You weren't doing some bodily functions, were you? Either that or the missus popped in.
I refer to answer that question in the respect of taste and decency.
Okay. So Yahtzee, I'll just ask you again. Which is your favourite eco transporter? Because it says here, I had the medical and the transporter. I suppose technically they were the same thing, but one was had all the red stripes. Some say it's a classic of spacecraft design. What do you
I
think?
think Nick Tate's character was one of my favourites in that as well.
The plucky Australian Alan Carter.
That's the one. He does a lot of radio voiceovers these days.
It was in TNG, wasn't he? The one with was it Final Mission? With Wesley.
It's the one where they crash on that planet.
Yeah, and Picard.
And they try and get to that water, but it's got a shield.
Yeah, Picard's career was dying in front of his eyes. Wasn't it? And he had to have water.
Oh, yeah, you've just made me think of a tangent there.
No, because I want to stick with Space 1999 because I like it.
We'll do that. Okay. Rein me in, I don't mind.
I just think Space 1999 is probably Jerry Anderson. Obviously, Thunderbirds was good.
I wasn't overly fanatical about Thunderbirds.
Yeah, but when I used to come home from school and it was on ITV, it was a good watch when you were a kid.
Stingray was my dad's favourite, so we used to have to watch that on a Sunday afternoon.
I just thought the acting was a bit wooden for me in that. I'm here all week. Yeah, Space 1999.
Season 1 or season 2?
It's like that's like saying, not that I've got children. Which is your favourite child?
Well, they Americanized it. Fred Friedberg was brought in, wasn't he? The guy who did season 3 of Star Trek, the original series.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to market it for the American audience.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think maybe it was mismanaged in the marketing. I don't know.
And like you said, Lou Grade interfered a lot.
Yeah, I would say, looking back as a child, bearing in mind I would have been
knee-high to a grasshopper.
When was it? 75. It was 75 when the first series came out, wasn't it, on TV?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So bearing in mind, I can barely remember it. I would have been 7.
I quite like Xenia
barely
Merton's
remember
character as well.
The what character? Sorry.
Xenia Merton, I think that was her name.
Yeah, Sandra.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to look it up actually.
Yeah, it's Sandra. Season 1, so I can barely remember. As I said, 1975. Then it was away for a while because of I think the series was made, but it just was never put out on TV. So I'm for some reason the first season had ITV, and I do remember this. ITV Thursday night prime time 7:30, and I remember that. Bearing in mind I was 7, and I always remember that. Then the series finished, and I'm sure it was away for about 2 or 3 years, and then it came back on Yorkshire TV on Saturday morning, 11:30 a.m. And I think looking back, it was probably doomed from that moment.
I just noticed a bizarre connection as well.
Not in the chat.
I think I'm going to pronounce this right. Alib or Alibe. I think it's Alib. But there was a character in 3 episodes in 1977 And it's the nurse from Aliens. You know when Ripley wakes up from that nightmare? Where she says, bad dreams again? Do you want something to help you sleep? The woman on the TV character,
Yeah,
the
I know,
nurse.
but I can't put a picture to the face to the name.
Yeah. Oh, Shane Rimmer was in it as well.
In Space 1999, yes,
Eagle pilot.
he was.
He was also James Kelly, maintenance section voice, and the voice of Banyan.
Yeah, there were quite a few good cameos in it. Peter Bowles,
Oh my goodness!
Peter
You know
Cushing.
You know the episode
He's a soft bastard. He is.
where Tony's brother came and it was that alien.
Yes, Guido was his name.
Yeah, Guido Vedesci. It was
How do
Stuart
I remember?
Damon, and I think that's the guy from The Champions.
Oh yes.
I think it is,
Robert
anyway.
Meyer Burnett, where are you when we need you?
Obviously, Brian Blessed's been in it twice, and also that spin-off about black holes, where they were in any.
Blessed was in the first season where he was on the planet where there was a spaceship that was sent out from Earth.
And then
it
it was
crashed.
back as Mia's dad, wasn't he?
It crash landed on this ice planet, and he was kind of they were doing all the kind of brain experiments or something. And I think when they decided to go back to Moonbase Alpha, they all melted in the pod. Do you remember that? All the bodies melted.
Yeah.
And then he was Maya's father, season 2 episode. Mentor, who again was doing all the kind of experiments.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sarah Douglas was in it too, in one episode.
I'm just trying to think which episode it was.
I don't know. She.
Oh, I know. I think it was the one where there was. It was the planet. They were on a collision course, and I think the planet was had all kind of green gas, chlorine gas. It was season 2 where they there was 3 kind of people. They were all in the buff in this chamber. There was 2 women and a man. And it was the one with the kind of slow-mo bouncy ball. Do you remember it? What went boing, boing.
Well, she'll always be remembered for Superman 2.
She will.
She was in V as well.
Yes, she was Alien Commander.
Yeah. And she was in Stargate SG-1. She played a Tok'ra.
Oh, I don't remember in that. I will say, going back to seasons, season 1, I think now me being 50 would probably enjoy season 1 more. I could appreciate the more adult kind of... It was kind of very spiritual type of thing, wasn't it? Season 2... 1978, me being 10. What's not to love?
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were some very good episodes in season 2.
Yeah, there were. I always found it, though, it looked too sheeny. Like, it wasn't quite in focus. Does that make sense?
Yeah, the kind of soft focus. Yeah, I'm sure that was something to do with Freddie Freeberger.
Freeberg, yeah.
I think they had a little bit more budget as well for the special effects.
MC says, oh, you've just put it on. Sarah Douglas was also in The Return of the Living Dead Part 3. Wasn't Patricia... I can't even say it. Wasn't I can't even say it. Patricia Coleman. Wasn't she in one of those movies? Do you remember her? Lita from Babylon 5? The only human to go to Vorlon.
Lita.
Lita Alexander.
She's still got it now.
Well, she's an ex-stunt. Well, probably not ex, but she
was a highlight of Babylon 5.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I had a soft spot for Ivanova, to be honest.
Trump.
Eh?
Ivana Trump.
Ivanova. Susan Ivanova.
That was a shit joke. That was a stream-killing shit joke, everybody. I
That's
do
why I didn't
apologise.
respond. Oh, mate.
Sorry.
I think
Sorry.
you need some iron brew.
You think so?
Yeah.
I've got some downstairs, actually.
Really?
Yeah, a few cans.
I'm
Chilled.
impressed.
Chilled, ready to
Yeah,
go.
you've got to have it cold. It's amazing.
Moving swiftly on. So, which
Okay.
season do you prefer then?
Season
Trev?
1, without a doubt.
Would you agree
It's
with
less
what I
cheesy.
said, though?
Yeah, I agree. I don't disagree with you. But I
Yeah.
think season 2, it's fun, but it's also the cheese factor's gone through the roof in places.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen maybe a little less aliens, but that was outside interference, and Martin Landau fucking hated it, didn't he?
I don't know. It was a good earner for him, I suppose.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of Space 1999 docs.
Wasn't Joan Collins in one episode, if I remember right?
She was in that episode, season 1, where there's that
The big spaceship.
massive, yeah, with these kind of super good-looking
Ooh,
people, but there weren't many of them, and then they had all the kind of peasants. didn't
that's
they?
right. Yeah, they were like a two-tier society.
And basically,
Do me
they
a
had to
favour.
get it on, didn't they? Yeah, go on.
P-Cat, stick that up on the screen.
P-Cat. Hello, P-Cat.
It says Ivanova was nice. She looked really good in the 80s sci-fi movie called The Hidden. That is not a bad film, actually.
Respect, P-Cat.
I like it.
And what's The Hidden about?
I'm not telling you. Either find a copy, because
Okay.
I've been told off about spoiling movies.
Yes!
So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give anything away. If people want to check it out, I mean, it's a solid B movie.
Is it?
It's still
Ah,
good.
Okay. Okay, that's The Hidden. In fact, I'll just pop that in the...
I watched
There.
one recently. I can't remember where I watched it, but it might have been on Amazon, and it had got Jan Michael Vincent in it in his decline as an actor, and he was quite clearly drunk all the way through it.
Rest in
But,
peace, yeah.
Yeah, but these like soldiers stroke police, guess what they were wearing?
Go on.
Starship Trooper uniforms.
Oh, yes. Again, YouTube is a mine of information, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a mine that just needs to be mined.
obviously.
There's a video saying what you've just said. There was quite a few films that the Starship Troopers uniform turned up in.
I think they did that a lot. It's like some of that stuff, what the Genesis equipment was in Star
Give
Trek.
me Genesis!
Yeah. I've come a long way for the power of Genesis. And what do I find? A Vulcan woman, a weakling human, and a boy. I think that's wrong way round, actually, but never mind.
Yeah.
Sklav.
Shall we go back to... In fact, I want to go back to Space
Yeah,
1999.
yeah, feel free. It's your show, mate.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I just really, really love Space 1999. For me...
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't know about you guys, but for me, there's like several benchmark sci-fi programs which just spoke to me. Space 1999. I'd probably say Battlestar Galactica, first series, first season. Yeah,
Yeah,
I loved Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
yeah. I quite like that.
It was just we're actually going to do a stream on Buck Rogers in the 25th century.
Oh, I'm up for that one, definitely.
Obviously, Star Trek. Yeah.
Do you know what one of my favourite scenes is from Buck Rogers? Well, the pilot, which was technically a movie.
Yeah, I know
You
you've
know,
said this before, but it is good.
you know where he's on the Draconia, where they wake him up, and
Yeah,
he's still a bit spaced out. No pun intended. And they
hiya. He
launch
goes,
him,
hiya, hiya, hiya. All right, hiya,
and they
hiya.
launch him from the launch tube, and it's just the look on his face
He
because
goes, whoa.
it like goes, and it like goes, and then it's like, woo. But if you noticed, it was virtually the same effect. So I'm thinking it's John Dykstra who did the launch tube
Yeah,
scene.
it was good. It was good.
I like it when the Vipers launched. It was a very similar deal.
Um, top trivia:
What?
the Starfighter is the rejected design of the Viper.
Really?
Yeah,
I did not know that.
Ralph McQuarrie.
Macquarie, yeah.
Yeah, I know
I
I'm a
actually
thick.
quite like the
I am
Starfighter.
I am a thick twat, but I do know the odd little
Yeah. I think I had one
fact.
of those as a kid as well.
I've got a model of I've got a model kicking around somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, the Earth Defense Directorate Starfighter.
Great spaceship.
Although I've got to admit, the Viper, that is a class design.
It is Battlestar. Even if you, we will get back on space 1999.
Mm.
Battlestar Galactica season 1. It still looks good now.
Yeah. I like that
It
one
still
where
looks good now. All believable. You know, like the kind of the look, the aesthetic of it. Believable. Still looks good now.
you know what always makes me laugh about Battlestar Galactica? I think it's the one where the Cylon's the sheriff of the town.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
And I can't remember whether it were Apollo or Starbuck. And he like tries to change the subject, like, "Oh, do you want something to eat?" And he goes, "I do not ingest consumables." I thought that was funny as hell. I watched a thing on YouTube. There's this guy, and he's been chasing the equipment what they used to do the voices of the Cylon, and
It
it's
was an
like
old
proper.
vocoder, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an English-made one, EMS, who were in London.
Yeah.
They did a lot of synthesizers what Jean-Michel Jarre used.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a EMS 2000 vocoder. There's an ARP 2600 synth.
Yeah.
Oh, what else did they run it into? Like some kind of box, but instead of going in the line input, they accidentally went in the mic input, and it created this distortion. But it worked out really
Bit
well.
bit like doggy style. If you go in the wrong slot, you've had it. Well, depends.
Lowering the tone. You do realise that that's supposed to be my position.
Moving swiftly on.
What? Do you know something? There's
Yeah, I'm a
something wrong
bastard.
with you. There's something definitely wrong with you.
Fucking hell, have you got all day, mate?
What is your damage?
As I said, have you got all day?
No.
The common thing that Space 1999, Battlestar Galactica, and Buck Rogers have is changing the format kind of killed it. Would you agree with that?
There is no Galactica 1980.
You can't watch it though.
Yeah, the flying motorbikes and Barry Van Dyke were the main reasons.
I know why Battlestar Galactica was cancelled because it was just too expensive, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was at the time.
And you can, when you look at it now, you can see the money. Admittedly, they do use a lot of the FX shots repeatedly.
Yeah. Well, that was
But-
budgetary because it was costing
Yeah.
that much.
But you can see the money, and it stands up very, very well.
It's quality for its time.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
quality.
Buck Rogers season 1. Quality, I'm going to say. I have very fond eyes and memories over it. Yeah. But then Gil Gerard kind of started interfering, didn't he?
Yeah, he wanted it because he thought he was a big star.
Yeah. And he didn't understand why people loved season 1.
Yeah, season 2 was a wreck, being honest.
Yeah. Only
I didn't
lasted
like,
6 episodes.
personally, for me, I didn't like Christopher Tom's character who played Hawk. I thought that was a bit naff. Dr. Goodfellow was just unnecessary.
Hated it. Hated him.
And that was that robot called Crichton.
Yeah, Crichton and General Asimov.
Yeah. And then Tweaky had a bit of a malfunction and his voice went
Yeah, they
from
got rid
Mel
of it.
Blanc.
Yeah.
And then the last 3 episodes of season 2, Mel Blanc came back. I thought that was a bit random.
Because the fans were outraged. And I even remember this at the time. People hated the voice because it just wasn't Tweaky.
Yeah.
And there was the letters going into, I think it was Universal.
NBC?
Universal or, yeah, NBC or something, saying, yeah, we need him back. And he came back.
Oh, stick that thing on. Yeah, PCAT. Even the narration voiceover during the opening credits in Buck Rogers season 2 were a downgrade. They couldn't afford to hire the guy. I think it was the guy who played
William Conran.
Conrad, I think, or something.
Conrad.
Wasn't he the fat bloke who played Cannon?
Yeah.
Yeah. PCAT also makes another good observation. Galactica 80 was an abomination. I stopped watching after the Wolfman Jack episode. Actually, I like that episode because William Daniels is in it. You know, the voice of Kit.
Yeah. Yes.
He plays the guy with the mustache.
Yeah. The what? I can't say that.
Mustache.
Mustache.
But yeah, William Daniels was a character in that. It was basically the Cylons had crash landed on Earth and they were trying to get to the radio station to send a broadcast.
Yeah, they kind of tried to snare us in with. They used recycled footage from the Charlton Heston. Was it Charlton Heston?
I don't know, but I know
earthquake.
Yeah, in New York, isn't it?
It was L.A., wasn't it? L.A. The earthquake film.
I'm just thinking of the earthquake in New York. That was cheesy
yeah, it was
too.
the earthquake film. They kind of used recycled footage where they threw Cylon fighters over the top of it, so it looked like big budget.
Oh yeah,
and we saw the kind of I think there was episode 1 where it was like a look into the future or something, or a computer simulation.
Dr. Z.
Yeah, and we thought,
I didn't like that character either.
No,
I thought that was a bit naff.
Yeah. You look at this clip and it's like, fucking hell, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
And then it just went down the kind of education. Because I think the time slot was an educational time slot in the US. So instead of being a sci-fi program, it became like a educational program. You know, a bit like Doctor Who now.
Do you know, because we mentioned Galactica 80, you know, the one thing about that show, apart from the flying motorbikes, do you know what really gave me the pip? You know, when they made anything invisible, it had like a little do-do-do, sort of its own little theme, didn't it, when they went invisible?
Yeah.
That was annoying. Kent McCord was all right in it. I thought he was pretty good as the grown-up version of Boxy.
I thought the lass was okay as well. Robin...
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. She was all right as well.
Lorne Green. That kid who played Boxy? Do you remember him, the little kid?
Yes.
Do you know what he was in next after Battlestar?
It was something quite big, wasn't it, if I remember rightly?
Yeah, I think it was The Never-Ending Story.
Yes.
The kid with the horse.
Going back to my statement earlier, YouTube is a mine of information. Yes. Yes.
Although I stumbled across the trailer for season 2, the teaser trailer for Picard season 2.
Don't kill the stream, please.
Sorry. All I'll say is, I think they're bringing Q back because they realised what a mess they made of season 1. I'm still not going to watch it though.
No. Season 2 of... Sorry, the shortened season, before it was cancelled, of Battlestar Galactica did have a highlight, though, didn't it?
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Fucking great episode. Sorry for swearing.
It's all right. I'll let you off.
I remember watching it as a kid. I probably was about 13.
Hmm.
And even I knew that that was a good episode.
Yeah.
And what was the episode?
No, I'm not saying anything. Go on. It's your shout. I'll let you do it.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. Was it called? It was The Return of Starbuck?
That's the one with Psy.
What a
His
great
Cylon
episode.
friend.
What a great episode.
Yeah, because it was Dr. Z's mother, wasn't it? What
Yeah.
she gave birth to him, and Starbuck jerry-rigged the eject system on his Viper.
It was the network's attempt, or the writer's attempt, to save the show.
Mm.
But it got binned anyway.
Yeah, Dirk Benedict's always good.
But that just confirmed that they should not have changed the format. I know that I understand the story with NBC. They basically panicked. They cancelled it and then they panicked, didn't they?
The thing is, though, when a series jumps the shark, that's it. There's no going back.
And the Return of Starbuck episode just confirmed it.
Yeah.
Because
Like I say, nice to have Dirk Benedict back as that character, Starbuck, but yeah, far too late.
Because the woman who there was a woman in the episode as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, that was Dr. Z's mother.
Was it? Did she have something to do with those? You know, them flying angels in season 1.
I think there's some kind
with the
of
big
connection,
with the big ship,
like the crystalline entity type ship.
and then they Apollo, Starbuck, and Sheba walked into and all their uniforms went white.
White,
Remember
yeah. Because I think they died, didn't they? And they brought them back. Was it the Count Ibley episode?
Patrick McNee.
Hmm. And when they came back, they got the coordinates to Earth, didn't they?
Yes, and then there was I think there was a radio signal at the end of season 1.
They were in
with the
pod,
transmission
weren't they, at the top of the ship, and then it was the moon landing.
Yeah. You would watch that and think, fucking yes, come on. And it didn't happen, did it?
No. Took them long enough to find Earth, though. Well, isn't it funny? The universe is such an incredibly large thing, and they always manage to find where they're going to, even though they don't know where they're going.
I think there was supposed to be a 20-year gap, wasn't there?
There was something like that, wasn't there?
Yeah, because even Boomer turned up in one of the episodes.
Well, no, he took over the role from Colonel Ty.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Because I like Terry Carter's character. I thought Colonel Ty was like the serious, the military aspect of, like Adama's right-hand man was all business.
Yeah.
Wasn't Terry Carter the voice of the intro to The Bionic Man, the $6 Million Man? We can rebuild him, you know, that bit.
I have no idea.
Sounds like him.
Wasn't Terry Carter going to be Boomer and Boomer Colonel Ty?
I don't know. But, yeah, Boomer became Colonel Boomer, didn't he? I think.
Yeah. I think the actors were going to play the opposite character, but it so transpired that they ended up being the characters that they were. Yeah, Battlestar Galactica. I think, I don't know about you, I think it may be worth a rewatch.
Yeah, I've got the box set.
I always remember a lot of the episodes were effectively feature films.
They were, weren't they?
Because I think that's how they were going to do the series, as a series of feature films, which I think was shot originally. Then it was kind of commissioned as a series,
Yeah.
hence all the kind of bottle episodes.
All right.
Because some of them are a bit kind of random, aren't they?
Yeah.
But the big 2-part specials are kind of story arc specific, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
Such a
that
great
Blue
series.
Squadron klaxon going through my head now.
Oh, that was Pegasus, wasn't it?
No, Blue Squadron was a Galactica.
No, I thought
Sure
this
it was.
Squadron was a Squadron. Do you remember the episode where Lloyd Bridges turns up
Yeah.
on the Pegasus?
Was that Return of
they-
Pegasus?
Yeah.
Sheba was his daughter.
God, I tell you, Anne Lockhart, fucking hell, I had a thing for her.
She was quite
Oh.
nice looking. Wasn't her mum in Lost in Space?
Yeah, June.
June Lockhart, is it?
Oh, yes.
Hey, you've just reminded me. Another connection with Lost in Space and Battlestar Galactica. Can you
Go
remember
on.
the Lucifer model Cylon?
Yes, and I think I know where you're going, but
It was
please
Jonathan
tell.
Harris. Dr. Smith
Yes, yes.
was the voice of Lucifer.
Yeah. Because there was lots of cameos of very, very famous people in Battlestar Galactica.
Mm.
Not Frank Sinatra, Fred Astaire.
Yeah, he was Starbuck's dad.
Yeah. There was a film comedy double act as well, but they had the kind of stupid white helmets on. Do you remember? There was a pair of them. I can't remember what the names were, but apparently they were famous comedy film actors from the States, from the 50s or something.
Right.
They had like a grey suit with black buttons and a stupid white helmet that looked like a big knob.
Oh no. You've set me off on a tangent now. You ready?
Oh, go on.
Penn and Teller as Zooty and Rebo in Babylon 5.
Oh, yes.
That when you mentioned an old comedy duo,
Yeah,
it just made me think of that episode.
yeah.
I like Penn and Teller.
One of them doesn't say much, though.
Oh, he talks in real life,
Yeah, but not on stage.
not on stage. But when you hear him speak, it's like, whoa, I did not expect that.
Why does he talk like that?
No, he goes, biddy, biddy, biddy. No, he sounds
Let's
very
not go
intelligent.
down the rabbit hole, by the way.
No, he does. He's
'Cause
very intelligent.
You're very good at that.
I know. Sorry.
You are the master of the rabbit hole.
I beg your pardon.
We've still got to get back to Space 1999 Season
All right,
2 yet.
Right, back on track. Go.
Oh, don't put me under pressure like that. I can't handle the pressure.
Oh, suck it up, man.
I do frequently, mate.
Night.
Bye.
Click. Brr.
Yes, Season 2, Space 1999, Saturday morning, 11:30,
That's right. After Tiz.
ITV. I remember the first episode when it was on that morning, because I didn't even know it was on. And yeah, 10 years old. The mentor episode.
Yeah. There wasn't a deal of variety in science fiction back in
Yeah.
those days.
Yeah. I just thought it was amazing.
Yeah, it was good for its time. It really was.
As I said, Season 1 was prime time. 7:30 p.m. Thursday, ITV.
Right.
For some reason, it wasn't put. Season 2 was not put on prime time on ITV. It was kind of it was farmed out to the individual networks, like Yorkshire and
Yeah.
Border and ATV or whatever it was.
STV and stuff like that.
They didn't even show it at the same time.
Well, that's their prerogative, isn't it?
So
Because
it
they were
was,
the regionals.
yeah, so from being prime time, it became to being regional, so it was doomed for our market. But they were trying, as you said, low grade interference from America. They were trying to Americanize it, weren't
Yeah. I think that was just Lou Grade trying to mass market it. Obviously, it wasn't making the money at home, so they
they?
wanted
Yeah.
to expand on the territories.
Yeah, Jerry Anderson he basically took a back seat, Jerry Anderson. And I remember watching again on YouTube, on the mine that is YouTube.
Mm.
It was one of his regrets, his career regrets, that he stepped back from season 2. Because a lot to do with it was with his split from his missus,
Sylvia.
Sylvia. So effectively, they were going through a messy divorce, and Freddie Freeberger came in to run it
Mm.
and Americanize it. Because you do get the kind of, flashes of Star Trek, don't you, on some of the episodes? Yeah. But it just, they didn't manage to get it into syndication for the States.
I remember the movie version. That was quite popular in Canada.
Yeah, the cobbled together versions.
Yeah, I saw that twice while I was over there.
I had Alien Attack on VHS. I remember back in day, in the old...
lad.
the old VHS days. HMV in the cheap bins, Alien Attack on VHS. So I thought, fuck it, I like that.
There was always a bargain somewhere.
2 cobbled together episodes.
Mm.
That's
You're
all I'll
pondering
say.
too much tonight. Do you know that? You're like,
No, I'm thinking it just didn't. 2 cobbled together episodes of 2 different episodes and featured up as one. No.
Thing is, though, you can tell it's like when it's cobbled together.
Exactly.
And it doesn't have that normal flow what you'd expect with the series.
I think the other video was that, as you said, the Bringers of Wonder episode cobbled together with something else. But yeah,
it's quite possible.
They were going to do a season 3 of Space 1999.
It's probably a good thing they didn't, because it might have been the correct time to call it a day.
It was... Well, no, I disagree.
I don't know.
No, because it's just one of those series where there was no conclusion, and as a fan, I felt robbed, and I still feel robbed now. And bearing in mind, this was nearly 45 years ago.
Yeah, but thing is, why can't you sort of work under the thought of let your mind be open to interpretation, and there's always that space where you'd think, I wonder what they're doing, what happened, did they find a way?
It was going to come back for 13 episodes,
right?
And the money was, after much toing and throwing and convincing people behind the scenes, Lou Grade said, right, okay, you can have 13 episodes. And then right at the 11th hour, it was binned.
Really? Whose decision was that? Was it Jerry's or?
There was a rumour that it was because the money went to raise the Titanic.
Oh yeah, that's a good film. I really do like
that. Was the rumour. I thought that was the actual, but I've been told by somebody else that is incorrect.
Right. That's got
But,
Richard Jordan in it, hasn't it?
yeah, and the Titanic
Francis
comes up in one
Six.
piece. Yeah, Francis Six. Yeah.
Runner.
So anyway, yes, Space 1999. As a
I'm going to watch
fan,
that tonight now.
I feel robbed because I knew there was 13 episodes coming, and it needed. I just think the best was yet to come.
Well, that's a distinct possibility,
Battlestar
but we'll never
Galactica,
know.
the best was yet to come. Buck Rogers, the best was yet to come.
Season 1 only of Buck Rogers.
Agreed.
Pamela Hensley. Crikey.
Jamie Lee Curtis was in it.
Yeah. That
Jack
was that
Palance.
prison planet, yeah. Jack Palance, Roddy McDowell.
Yeah. Who
Um,
else? Who played Kane? Henry Silver.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't play. It was Michael Ansara in the
Yeah.
series.
Yeah. Buster Crabbe.
Yeah, he was there. Oh, Peter Graves.
Yeah.
Was that the flying?
Frank Gorstein, the Riddler.
Yeah, the Riddler.
The guy who always used to play like a motorcycle.
Sid Haig.
No, it was another guy. I think he was
I
in
know what you mean
Every
now.
Which Way But Loose.
That's right. Yeah, he played Kellogg.
Yeah.
Oh, that destroy the city. They got that guy who could fuse through solid
Yeah.
objects. He was in Blue Thunder, the movie. That guy. He was in a lot of things. I can't think of his name.
Tall geezer.
Yeah.
It was
Got
in
mottled
Blue
skin.
Blue Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue Thunder, great film.
Yeah, I watched that recently.
Again, going back to the Battlestar Galactica, the kind of feature films, and then they kind of did the bottle episodes after. The same thing happened for Buck Rogers, because if first season there is a lot of 2-part stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it the plot to destroy a city or something?
Yes. Yes. Because you had that woman with the brown leather,
Yeah.
and then you had
That's
the Riddler, Kellogg. Jesus.
Yeah.
And that
Marky
tall
Post
geezer.
was the that lass in that red costume.
Yeah.
Who was he? He was Wraith. Somebody or another. He was a bad dude.
PCAT says Wilma with lighter hair in season 1 better than the black hair in season 2, but she can colour her hair any way she wants.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, she
Strong
was hot in
female
season
character, season 1. Strong female character.
She was very hot in season 1.
Totally unforced. Reduced to
Yeah, she was just a stewardess.
eye candy, season 2.
Well, that's it. The Plot to Kill a City, parts 1 and 2.
The Plot to Kill a Series.
By Alex Kurtzman.
Yeah. I think we're definitely going to have to do a Buck Rogers.
Oh, yeah, I quite agree.
A Buck Rogers loving, don't you?
Oh, Anthony James is the guy who was in Blue Thunder and that episode of Buck Rogers.
Yeah. He had a receding hairline, didn't he?
Yeah. Raphael Argus was the bloke he took the identity of, but then they caught him out and he was Aaron Wist, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Yeah, William Conrad was that bloke in canon. I've just looked at
I
it.
was.
Yeah. Where's... Oh, the bloke from Any Which Way. Oh, yeah. Guess what his name is?
Go on.
John Quaid.
Quaid!
Oh, sugar. I knew that were coming. It was Jolan Quince. Well, when he was telekinetic, weren't he, if I remember right? And then
Yes.
Buck Rogers said to him something like, "Okay, Porky, let's go."
Oh god, it was so good.
Is that the one where he walks into the bar and says, "Do you come here often?" I guess you do. And she's like got a snout. It was that episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think there was a woman with a snout somewhere. Yes.
Yeah. Do you come here often? And she turns around and he's like, "Oh, I guess you do." Because he has that fight scene with Raphael Argus, doesn't he?
Yeah. I started watching Buck Rogers again a couple of weeks ago. Maybe I need to start watching some more.
Yeah. I keep threatening to rewatch Street Talk.
I bet it's shit if you watch it now.
Oh, I don't know.
I really did like it,
It wasn't as exciting as, say, Knight Rider
but the
or
music
Airwolf.
was. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was great, even though it was only a Yamaha 125 bike.
With a black fairing.
Yeah, hyper thrust. How would he be able to hold on at 300 miles an hour?
Well, his gloves could be magnetic or something like that. I don't know.
That's a stretch. Come on, that you're just grasping at straws.
Yeah, because obviously the G force.
Inertia.
Oh, yeah, that as well. Tupac says Agent Pepsi One has uploaded a lot of Buck Rogers stuff on her channel. We are looking for a female to come on the channel.
Yeah,
So
that'd be quite interesting.
she could be a good one. She sounds like she's a bit of a fan then. So yeah, might need to approach her. Yeah, I think we really should do somebody going upstairs. Buck Rogers. I think Battlestar Galactica is worth a blast, don't you?
Yeah. In fact, why don't we go through a whole slew of pop culture classics with nothing to lose?
Well, you could just go through Larson, Glenn A. Larson, and
I'd
you'd be
rather
there
not.
for.
He's dead.
Well, yeah, but you'd be there for a fair few streams, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got an obsession with moving red lights, didn't he? You know, the Cylon Iron Kit scanner.
Yeah. Yeah. And stealing ideas as well from other people.
Right, what's the connection between Knight Rider, the Transformers, and Predator?
The connection between Knight Rider, Transformers,
Yeah.
and Predator.
Yeah.
I will say, does anybody in the chat know?
Yeah, well, let's leave this one open and see if anybody
Come on,
can
guys.
get it. You need
We've
to do it in
got
under 30 seconds so we know you're not Googling it.
Yeah, we've got 6,000 watching. So come on, guys.
Yeah. In your dreams.
Well, you know, when you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go, isn't there?
Yeah. Further down.
Literally.
It is. MC's got it right. It's Peter Cullen. He was voice of Carr, the original voice of Carr. He was Optimus Prime. And you know in Predator, that noise.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he did that.
MC's, I'll swear.
I know, spot on.
It's fucking good, his MC.
Wow.
MC, where are you based, my friend? Are you in the UK? Because I think he's a bit of an aficionado on the old geekery, isn't he?
Impressed.
Yeah.
But then again, everybody in the chat has been spot on.
They've been pretty good tonight. Yeah, been pretty good. We've had the numbers have been steady. I will say, MC, there's always an open invite for anybody to come on one of these.
Yeah, definitely.
We had crew.
I think, either Tupac or PCAT, because they're both quite knowledgeable, and I'm very impressed tonight.
Tupac was on at the beginning.
Really?
Yeah, he popped on for a stream.
Oh, Sclav. Chuck Wagner. Have you guys seen Automan from 1983? It was probably the first one that I watched as a kid and enjoyed it. Yeah, it was Glenn A. Larson's rip-off of Tron.
He had producers from Tron working on Automan as well.
Really?
Yes. There are, again, for the folks at home, the mine that is YouTube is just, there's a wealth of information.
That that was one of those shows what got killed off
Binned.
quite early. That was just purely down to expense. It was like $1 million an episode at the time.
It was all the vector graphics, ironically, were hand drawn,
Yeah.
and that's
You know
where the money was going, friends.
You know the Lamborghini?
I do. I know the fact you're going to drop,
That was actually Glenn A. Larson's car.
and that was to keep the cost down, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I will say to MC, if you want to come on one of these, my friend, you are more than welcome.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have you on board.
If there's anything that kind of floats your boat, let us know, and then we can kind of. In fact,
Make it so.
In fact, we'll just say that to anybody. If there's anything that floats anybody's boat, let us know. And if we do a stream, we could invite you on if you're into it. Like earlier, I wasn't planning on talking about Space 1999, and I didn't even
tangent.
Yeah, I didn't even realise I knew that much.
Hey, you're a mine of useless a mine of information.
And then all the fucking bilge started coming out. So that's what it's all about. It's the fun of just. It's the fun. I'll just say to the guys, if you go to the about page on my channel, there's a business email account, so you could send us through there, or you could do Twitter, or it's all on the about page. So if you do fancy coming on, let us know, and then just tell us what floats your boat, and then
more the merrier.
We can it's as I said from day one. Day one for this channel was because of lockdown, because of all the shit that's been going on this past year. It was just, me giving it a go. Hopefully would meet up with some like-minded people, have a little bit of fun. With me, it was kind of, because I could feel the depression. Serious point here, guys, sorry. I could feel the depression coming on with having nobody to speak to and kind of going inward. And I've been depressed before. That's how I met Swap Shop, Demon Scythe. He's had issues as well. And when you've got nobody to speak to or have any fun, you just go down into that mental rabbit hole, and it's not good. So so I just thought I'd give this channel a go, and I've been blessed on many levels, getting some really, really good people on. So just talking about stuff we love. And yes, MC spot on again. Do you want to read that, Trev? Can you read it?
He's a good lad, his Swap Shop.
He is.
What's all this Swap Shop business anyway?
Because he just keeps changing his name. And I can't say Demon Scythe Synthwave. I can't say it. It's a real jawbreaker. So we just call him Swap Shop. It's just easier.
Yeah.
So
you learn something new every day.
Yeah. So guys, if you want to come on, Kural came on the other day. If you want to come on, drop us a mail. Let us know. See what we can do. Yeah. Main thing
I thought that was really good the other night, because interacting with you guys in the chat, that's half the fun, really, isn't it?
I would just say, I even said it on the stream, right? It is amazing when you have a stream and you think, God, this is going bad. Because I even said it on the stream. And then I watched yeah, mate, you did hear your name. And then I watched the Cruel Birab stream on, it was Tuesday, wasn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we're at 1 hour 20 now. Fair enough, we've gone a little bit over. But the 1 hour was spot on for that stream. And
Mm. It was.
it was really good. It was genuinely fun listening to it back because you just think, oh God, this is going bad,
Mm.
and then you listen back to them, and you think, this ain't all that bad actually. So yeah, so it's just about having fun, isn't it, Trev?
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's all about. Let's look on the bright side instead of the dark side.
Yeah, because the main, as I said, the main point was to just have fun because we were just sick of hearing these channels just going off at people, destroying celebrities, effectively just bullying them. Just
Yeah, it gets boring
just
fast, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, and yeah, it just took the fun.
Yeah, there's too much negativity, isn't there? So
Yeah,
I think it's nice to actually do something different.
peek out in the chat. It's fun listening to good people chat casually about classic movies and TV. It is happy memories, mate. Same goes for reading the chat. I will say, PCAT, where are you based? We'll call it a draw at 1 hour 30. Trev, is that
That's
acceptable?
fine, mate. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah. I think with what we've spoke about tonight, I think we've got a few ideas. Agreed.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure at some point we'll have a chat and discuss a bit of where we're going to go direction wise. Because it'd be nice to sort of not keep going off at 45 degrees. Oh, PCAT says he's
New
in New
York.
York.
PCAT again. If you want to come on, mate, feel free. We'd love the American input because
It's always nice to hear a New York accent. I'm presuming
yeah,
you have a New York accent, but that has got to be like one of my favourite American accents.
yeah.
My first favourite is a soft Southern female voice.
I like Scottish women.
Really?
I
I
think
want.
the
I'd
Edinburgh
like.
accent is beautiful.
I'd like somebody with a similar voice to Rogue from the X-Men, the cartoon one from the 90s, to
I don't
sort of
know that.
go, there you go, sugar, there's your glass of iron brew.
Yeah, but that's sexual though, isn't it for you?
Not really. What iron brew?
No, well, both.
Look, I've got to that age now. I would
Have you?
sooner have a can of iron brew than anything of that nature.
Well, you said the pub's not open, so that's
I'm lucky. I live 66 paces away from the pub and 287 back.
not too far to stagger then.
Yeah. I remember one night I went to the shop before it shut because there's a shop across the road from the pub.
That's an ideal situation to go to the shop before it shuts. That's
Yeah.
ideal. So well done, mate.
So I'll go and get some milk. Yeah, all right then. Reluctantly went, and then as I came out the shop, one of my mates shouted, "Oh, you're coming in for a pint?" And I'm like, "Go on then. You've twisted my arm." And
8 hours later.
Yeah, that was at like 10 to 9 at night,
Oh,
and I didn't come back home till 2 a.m.
two
And the
days
next,
later.
and apparently I spent quarter of an hour trying to get my key in the door, and it wasn't even locked.
Fuck.
And then
Yeah, that
Mrs.
was
Wilder Trev opened the door, and she was less than impressed.
Crawl Birab, just 1 pint. Yeah,
No,
that'd be 1 pint of iron brew.
no. I think the tally was 16 and a half pints.
Fucking hell. I'd be fucked on half a pint.
Oh well, I could drink at one time. I don't really drink a lot now. I wasn't an alcoholic. It's just I'm more of a social drinker.
Yeah.
When I get
But
going, I just get
yeah,
carried away.
Gary from Nerdrotic, hail Gary. He's 100% right that alcohol is the worst drug.
Well, it's all right in moderation. Same with anything else, to be honest.
Two alcoholic brothers. So there you go.
Yeah. Oh, well, what's this? New Yorker loves southern accents. That's P-Cat. Tupac Shakur says JK. Rowling or joke?
Neither.
Oh, I like the ratchet and skank, girl on the corner type of accent. I think I know what you mean. Cruel says just 1 pint, lol. Yeah, it's always just
Yeah,
one
Iron Brew.
pint.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. My local only serves the run-of-the-mill pops. I tend not to bother. Ooh, Peacat says, and a female accent raises the attractiveness as well. Probably for you, but it's like Coles to Newcastle for us, like it.
I was involved with a Edinburgh lassie for 5 years, and her accent fucking did it for me. Just
There's
such
only one
such a
accent.
lovely soft accent.
I love the accent. What does it for me in this country is a Geordie lass. Like when you ring up to complain, you always seem to get to
You
put
can't
through
get
to
mad.
a Geordie lass.
You cannot get mad at them.
No. Oh, don't worry. I'll try my
Don't-
very hardest to sort it
Don't worry,
out.
love. Petal.
Yeah. I used to
Yeah,
live in the
that's-
northeast for a time.
Maybe that's why they employ Geordie
Yeah.
for
That
that
does it for me.
specific reason. Yeah.
I think it's the throwback from Biker Grove when I was a kid.
Baker Grove. One of the most annoying things about YouTube is just as you're finishing up, you get a tsunami of viewers coming on.
How many people have we got on, incidentally?
We've got 9,000 at the moment. So I'll just say to the 3,000 that have just turned up, where have you been for the last 90 minutes? We'll just leave it at that.
Dream on, dude. Dream on.
God, it would be nice. It would be nice. But everybody's going to start somewhere. Got to start
true.
somewhere.
I'm sorry,
Gotta
pal.
start
You're no Doomcock or Gary. I'm sorry. You may be one day.
Who knows? One day. Here we go. Big Timor. He's obviously constipated. Been on loo.
Yeah. It's probably been on the Cocodamol.
Oh, God. It's not as good as that. Are we going
to have a couple with a cup of tea before I go to bed.
Yeah. Are we going to finish up then, my friend?
Yeah. It's been fantastic. Thank you for having me on, mate.
It's been nice and relaxed, this one, but fun at the same time. So
I'm a little bit tired because I got up exceptionally early. I had to go into work early this morning.
At least you're working, so good on you.
Yeah.
There
was something going down, and I had to be there really early. And I had to look after the last hour of breakfast, so I started early today.
All sorted though, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful.
So I did 5 hours on air, which was all right.
Good brownie points for you. No, yeah. I'll just say to everybody in the chat then, thanks for popping in, guys. As I've said from day one, if you guys are not here, it's just two old farts talking bollocks at each other. So
it's been very nice to have your company, guys. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, the interaction it's what makes it. To be fair, as I say, guys, it is an open invitation. There's plenty of contact details on the about page. So if you do fancy coming on, give us an email, get in touch, tell us what floats your boat, and then we'll see what we can do. So I'll just say thank you to you guys. Great to see you. Trevor, my friend, always a pleasure.
Thank you, matey.
Everybody in the chat, we will see you soon. We may be around tomorrow. We don't know yet. Saturday evening, definitely going to be around. Probably about 9 p.m. British summertime. Hopefully, if I can pull some strings, hopefully there should be a big guest coming on. So hopefully, fingers
When's
crossed.
that?
Saturday night, hopefully. It's
Well,
in the work.
I know
It's
who you're
in the
talking
works.
about. I know who you're talking about. So if you manage to get that guest, I will definitely join, even though it's a weekend.
No, it's another guest. It's not that one.
Oh, right. Okay.
I am working on that one though, and
Ah.
if that one, it will pan out that one, but that will be a
Well, I
fucking,
hope so. I'm
that will
definitely
be
up for that.
that will be. Excuse me, guys. That will be a fucking great guest. So,
Yeah,
cheers, everybody. We'll see you soon. All I can say is look after yourselves.
definitely. Stay
Take
safe,
care.
guys.
Yeah, stay safe. We'll see you soon. Take care,
And
everybody.
thank you for joining us. It's been great chatting with you
Yeah,
in the chat.
take care. Bye bye.
Ta-ra.